And the point is, Putin says, yeah, they might lose the access to the sea. But again, you cannot explain to some cretin in London who bought his essentially, they buy their admiral ranks through because they're aristocracy, they pushed out their cretins, they have no proper academic understanding of things. We know how British conducted and planned operation in Kursk. They killed 80,000 of their own troops there on the 159 square miles territory. So the same goes here. And so Putin, once he stated this, so what can Russians do? Those idiots, they still think that Black Sea Fleet is somehow sunk. I don't know. Well, in reality, it's very active.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, I am shocked that, Hodges repeats it, Kemmerk, Petraeus, Keen, that the Russian Black Sea Fleet has been destroyed. And I'm going,
they're idiots. I mean,
when did that happen?
They incompetence. Again, Petraeus, he's laughable. These people have no real serious military background. Russian Black Sea Fleet is actively involved in everyday situation, both defending their, especially their approaches to the naval bases. They launch calibers practically every day. So and they launch it from from submarines, they launch it from the surface ships, and you cannot explain to these guys because they are first. I doubt that either Ben Hodges or Petraeus do not I doubt, I know it for sure. As I already stated, they will be laughed out of the morning briefing at the staff of the regiment or brigade level in Russian armed forces. They will be laughed out as clowns who do not even understand what they're dealing with. It is completely different war. And so, no, Black Sea Fleet is fine, goes to sea. And so if Russians decide to blockade, they will. Obviously, they will already will make sure that the rest of any kind of the anti-shipping capability will be destroyed. But after that, that will be it. And again, you don't need to conduct blockade just moving the surface fleet. You have actually, if you look attentively, Black Sea Fleet has its own aviation. Which is actively involved in and it's aviation, which has all kinds of things from MiG-29s to Su-30 SM-2s, which are state-of-the-art, fourth plus generation fighters, which carry all kinds of long-range standoff weapons. So it's just that this time Russians will close at their support, including for the grain deal. Period. They will be sinking anything which comes there. There will be the warning issued that don't cross this line. They will draw the line most likely along the the Zmyny, what is called the island, and anything which comes out or in, it will be sunk. Simple as that. And it could be sunk by both ships, by aircraft of the Russian Black Sea Fleet, and that's when they will show what real naval blockade is. And as the result, so what can I say? If they don't believe that Russian Black Sea Fleet is doing fine, well, they probably skipped their lectures in the whatever strategy and tactics, which they've been taught, and they don't know what they're talking about.
All right, folks, hold on just a second. We've got something important to share with you. First off, a big thank you for all your incredible support. Our team's been putting in the hours, really working hard to bring you insightful guests, new and improved formats, solid, high-quality analysis every week. Our next goal, hitting that 100,000 subscriber mark and getting that silver button. Let's make it happen together. Every like, comment, share, and subscription truly helps us grow and keep improving. All right then, let's get back to the video.
What Americans don't understand is when you talk special military operation, that means Russia's not mobilized for war.
No.
They've done, a very small mobilization of 320,000. Stas Krapivnik, who lives there now, and I said, what's the size? He says, they could mobilize 10 million if they had to. And I said, no, that seems out of it. And he says, no, trust me. There's that many.
Immediate reserve is 2.5 million. It's immediate. That literally called up tomorrow, and those people will appear on the what is called Voyenkomat, military commissariats, and so it's immediate. And then it will take well, a month or so to prep them, to distribute them into the, but then of course there's a lot more. And many people do not understand. Monthly, Russia has volunteers alone, 30 plus thousand.
Yeah, yeah.
The people do not understand what it means, and this is rotation now, and this is by far the best army in the world right now, especially with the combat experience, which is unmatched. And there is a joke, which is not really a joke, but in Russia, which says they decided to fight advanced military academy attached to one huge military industrial plant. That's what Russia is,
Yeah.
especially when you look at
Yeah.
Russian military education, what it is, how the content of it is so much ahead of, and academically, it's extremely difficult. And listen, I know you speak to one of those guys, so, and if you look at actually even at my classes, my generation of officers who graduated, Sergei Minyailo, Admiral, he used to be the temporary member of the Russia Security Council. So Admiral, he was a deputy commander of the Black Sea Fleet. Now he runs the Ossetia. So he was also in charge of the Krasnoyarsk Krai after. So, and you have Alexander Turilin, who commanded this carrier battle group of the Kuznetsov. And so you look at those guys, I mean, my gosh. Oleg Golubev, Vice Admiral, first Deputy Commander of the Northern Fleet, he probably will be Commander of the Northern Fleet. So he's graduate of 1986 year, younger than we were. So that's my generation of people,
Yeah.
And when you look attentively, just like this is how it happened. I mean, I ended up in the United States as number of actually other guys. There are number of former officers who just migrated all over the world because in the 90s Russia was essentially, we were in the hot war essentially inside the world.
It was a nightmare. I mean,
It's a catastrophe, So this is why I am so much always when speaking on the internal politics of the United States. I always want to warn guys that, guys, if it comes down, it's gonna be bad. Okay, so let's not go there. Let's do something, but in Washington you cannot break through them.
Yeah.